This is South Africa. We are no kind cat. Please go push but really like cordiality amidst each other, because right now you're just afflicting me, and we don't wanna afflict each other with just all these afflictions, because they're just not kosher. Don't do it. Cease hostilities. My cat must leave me alone. Whenever I'm out here chit-chatting, my cat ought to be giving me lots of grief. Okay, yeah. OC. How about little Anyway, yeah, so like I said, the actives, the percentages in the skincare was shocking, and I did think, this is South Africa, like I said, we're regulated. We can't just be out here lying. People get sued, people be losing their standing, wada, etc. So yeah, like there's proper jail time that people are potentially looking at for lying on ingredients list. 1 second. Okay, I had to open for my cat again, and as I was opening for my cat, Pina Ella was playing in my head. He is jealous for me. Hona le nja e batlang hore ke tlogele modimo, hore ke tlo tlola le yona. Nje tsheyaneng e snacks man e yazeng. Guys, ke latele morago ke ntse di mprine. Mara, let's just carry on talking. Itlo shwanje, he needs to die. That's all that needs to happen ka yena. Ha batla next ka nna. I'm just, yeah. What are you modimo? What are you modimo? What are you fela tlo kena mo bophelong ba ka tlo etsa eng ha re tsebe. Yo, I see man, wait again. Mara ke bua ka batho so. Hore ho tla jwang? Hore like things debate this extreme. O feel kanjani? O batla ho mpolaya, o batla hore ke ipolaye, o feel entitled. This bugger doesn't even know me, y'all. He's never met me. He is no one from my life on the internet. Mara, they always feel entitled to anything and anyone. Momo South Africa, when they have been these corrupt businessmen, when they have been these corrupt politicians, full of pleasure seeking, nothing but. Anyway, I found my products. Alright, I found these products, and I started using them, and they worked out really well for me. This was me discovering skincare go China. That's what I'm saying. I found skincare at China that was not from South Africa. I found skincare go China that was not from South Africa, and it slayed ours. Never mind did it slay our skincare, but it also slayed international brands that are well known, that are out here selling us 0.3% retinol for $250 for 370 rands, when that 0.3% retinol will barely make too much of a dent in the life of a woman with just too much stress, too many factors contributing to why she is aging, and one that is also after a certain age. They will merely put on a product 40 plus or 50 plus or 45 plus. But then when you look at this thing that is apparently for women that are 45 years and older, it's only got like 0.3% retinol. And while I understand that retinol is an active and there are some people that are sensitive to it and you have to gradually introduce it, once your skin is used to it, it is recommended, especially as you're getting older, that you use higher and higher percentages. I understand that apparently in the United Kingdom, somewhere in Europe, they even banned retinol beyond, I believe, 0.1%. For what reason, I don't know. Maybe because people were just very without it being prescription. Maybe because people were just really irresponsible with it. I don't know. Mara, listen, 0.1% is just not sufficient if you're gonna try and get some kind of decent glow on your face. But there are also different types of skin tones. People vary as to how they receive these products, and if you live in certain climates, you are better off. If you are a certain skin tone, you're better off. You know what I mean? Like it just varies. But with me, I found that listen, I can't really tell you that my skin better responded to like chemist retinol than the ones that I bought from Boma, Dr. Rochelle and whatnot, because I never ever did get an opportunity to buy because they were just too expensive. I was just on nothing at all. Only started from the very get-go with a retinol that was like, I started like from the beginning. I started on 2%. Some people might be like, yo, Garaba, that's hectic, but that's how it was. And it never irritated me. Maybe potentially the reason why it didn't irritate me was because I'd already done the time with a BD protocol. BD is benzoyl peroxide and adapalene. Adapalene, otherwise known as there's another name for it that starts with a D. I forgot. Adapalene. Yeah, adapalene. And a little bit different. Yeah, different. My dermatologist after getting off Roaccutane. My dermatologist after getting off Roaccutane when I was on Roaccutane back when I was employed. After getting off Roaccutane, he put me on a BD protocol, which was a combination of benzoyl peroxide and adapalene. And for the first time in my life, listen, my skin burned. I didn't understand what in the world was going on. I was just burning. And yeah, but I was on that BD protocol, and I did it for the season that I did it. When I lost my job, I was not able to afford the D anymore. neither get it because adapalene or differin in this country used to be over the prescription only, but then they made 0.01% over the counter. They ever since then loosened restrictions. So since I couldn't get a prescription anymore because I was unemployed, I was no longer on the D part of the BD protocol. So then I was stuck with just B, otherwise known as benzoyl peroxide. After my skin got violently harassed by the BD protocol, because I burned, okay? When I was on the BD protocol, there was a time when I would just feel like, listen, I am dying. Yeah. I then, however, over the months that I was on the BD protocol got used to it, and then I stayed with benzoyl peroxide. I also then increased the percentage of benzoyl peroxide that I was using on my face to 10% from 5%, and so my skin got used to actives. Yeah. So maybe the reason why by the time I started retinol, I was able to just start on 2% was because I was already endured through the BD protocol earlier on. My skin was already used to actives, so I can't say that already just dive into it. I was trained like skin irritation already early with BD. So I started in Defila off the bat with 2% retinol, and vitamin C, I believe, already came at 10%. And then hyaluronic acid, I can't tell you, I think it was like 2.5% hyaluronic acid. I then created but this like product that has these 3 serums. One is vitamin C, one is retinol, and one is hyaluronic acid. I bought them and I read the ingredients list, and all of them had hyaluronic acid in them. All of them had niacinamide in them, but the 1 year retinol had retinol palmitate, and the 1 year vitamin C had L-ascorbic acid in it, while the hyaluronic acid one just had more hyaluronic acid, whatever. So I went on that whole protocol, and game changer. And when I get it for 120 rands, and it had 3 serums in it. One for vitamin C, one for retinol, and one for hyaluronic acid. And it was a game changer. Because of it, I was able to entirely be rid. Be gone. Get behind me, Satan. I was able to entirely be rid of benzoyl peroxide. This year serum set not only improved my skin, it removed the acne, but it also it did the dullness that I had on the face left. My brightness did come back. I noticed results, right? I absolutely noticed results, and however, I was still getting occasional acne. I was still around my period, especially getting this like hormonal acne, and I hated acne at all because it leaves dark spots. So you get one little pimple here, and for the next 4 months, you're struggling to fade, and I hated that I had to once a month deal with something that was just going to cause me 5 months of damage control. I couldn't stand it. I wanted something that would get rid of acne altogether, even around my period. And I'm trying to help you understand that even though you might not have answered prayer, even though you might be looking at me having no answered prayer for big things like marriage, big things like career or restored life, if at all God has given me answered prayer in incremental places, like step by step, like small little things, like fixing my skin, like you said that I'm never gonna buy again and I end up buying again, like you said I'm not gonna be consoled ever again and then I get consoled. You said, like, listen, what I'm trying to say is that the Lord keeps comforting me, letting me know that do not be afraid of all the witchcraft that they're doing to try and block your future from coming, because only look at the small little incremental things that I've given you in this season. I am building your spirit. I'm training you. I'm giving you long suffering. I'm giving you patience. I'm building your character, and I'm preparing you for a future. This is not the tantamount of a no answered prayer. It is delayed gratification. It's long suffering and it's patience. You know that that's a thing, because look at all these other things that they try to do to you that didn't take. They try to curse your face, that didn't give. They try to gray your hair, that didn't take. They try to age you overnight, that didn't take. And they try to take away your money, anything at all, to be able to buy anything. That didn't take. That means that they try to curse your husband. It's not taking. It's just that he's not here yet. And they try to take your trim. Not taking. They're just not here yet. Try to take your future, your career, your YouTube channel. Not taking. It's just that it's not here yet. You are not under a curse. You are enduring patiently the evil that they are performing. Because I'm slow to anger and abounding in steadfast love, not willing that anybody should perish, but that all should come to a knowledge of me. I am giving them a shot to see that I live in all the other incremental, small, piecemeal deliverances that I give you, breakthroughs. And when then they make a decision to ignore them, that's when they will suddenly be met with calamity, because they will have had more than enough to run with. But instead of repent, they did like Jezebel. May the gods deal with me ever so severely if by this time tomorrow Elijah's not like one of the prophets of Baal. They decided to curse you instead of repent. And so I'm handing them over to a reprobate mind. So when it comes to asking God for answered prayer, Mamela, you can go to him for anything he cares. It's written in God's word in, is it 1 Peter 5 verse 7, cast your burdens upon the Lord, for he cares for you. Humble yourself before the Lord, and in due season he will exalt you. Casting your burdens upon him, for he cares. Or is it 5, 6? I stand corrected. It is in the Bible. Go look it up. Okay, God says that pray for whatever you need. Do not be this one I know for fact is in Philippians 4 verse 6. Do not be anxious for anything, but in all things by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving. Make your requests known to God, and his peace, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. So the Lord says that instead of freaking out and panting and rioting within oneself and also grumbling against me, rather find peace in the fact that in so supplicating, I will answer your prayers, and I will also give you peace while you wait for that answered prayer. Do not be anxious for anything, but in all things by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving. That's why I'm always singing praises to the Lord. Right. With thanksgiving, make your requests known to the Lord, and his peace, which transcends all understanding, will guard your heart and minds. Your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. The Lord heard my prayer. The first one that I prayed, God, I want to get off benzoyl peroxide because I see it's aging me. And by piecemeal, one guinea is by providence, answered prayer to overcome benzoyl peroxide. My mom first buys some products she didn't like from China. And through that product, I found the one ingredient, the one active. Listen, it's different for everybody. Everybody has their thing. But my skin is besotted with kojic acid. I don't know what's in that stuff. Don't know how they done juiced it up. I don't know from what part of heaven it was made. But like me and kojic acid. Mina nawe tina soba bili. My skin loves kojic acid. Some people got their thing. Others say that it's salicylic acid that does it for them when it comes to acne. Others say that it's vitamin C. Others say it's benzoyl peroxide and they don't even complain about it aging them. Others say that it's retinol and that's all they needed. Others say that it's adapalene different and that's what really worked. Others say it's tretinoin. For me, it's kojic acid. And that might not be the case for everybody else. But listen, that stuff not only dealt with my acne, but it also is so incredibly smoothing. It's so texture dealing. Yo, that stuff, I don't know what's in it. It's tight. And it's also extremely anti-aging, where I'm listen, kojic acid don't hurt me nothing. How na motho o ka ntwetsang anything ka kojic acid. Ha inketse patchy or mosweu ke sa batle ho change complexion. It just loves me. It just loves me. But at this particular stage, I did not know that the thing that God was showing, I get it, God back to the Bible is written in Psalm 139 that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. We are fearfully and wonderfully made, and that he has knit us together in our mother's womb, and he has formed us from the inward parts of the earth. He saw our unformed substance, and we praise him because we are fearfully and wonderfully made. He knows us before anything that all that we can ever do. He knows us full well. Every single one of the hairs on our heads are counted. God knows you so particularly. He knows you so well as a unique individual that out of all this education you've been getting with skincare actives and whatnot, to deal with acne, to also deal with anti-aging, whatever might be the issues that you have in life, there is one active that I know you, I know what you're allergic to, I know what your skin loves, but you don't yet know what your skin loves. You don't know what is the cocktail of skincare actives that you would use on your face that would just kill it. But I do. And if you seek my face, I will give you a unique prescription as a heavenly dermatologist that works specially for you, specially for you. Your skin will love it in a way that it might not work on other people's skin because you are unique with your DNA, made in my image, but with your nuances, with your health issues, your ups and your downs, your ebbs and your flows. I know them so uniquely that I knew that adapalene wouldn't work, even though everybody else out to be crying about it on the rooftops. I knew that different would not do anything. There was a time when I went to one of those skincare places, or not go China, when I was still struggling with some bouts of acne around my chin and whatnot, got my period. And there was this one different adapalene thing that they were selling there, and it came so highly recommended. This chick, like, yo, even herself, she was like, yo, I can vouch for this, and I bought it. Yes, like it broke me out, and I thought that I was purging. I thought that I just need to give it time. I thought that, yo, at some point I put it down. I was like, how long am I gonna purge? Because I get a little pitted scarring on my face because of this thing. And that season of using that it wasn't different in particular, but it was adapalene, 0.1%. That season was after finding out about the kojic acid face wash, but remember, I never found it again. I never found the kojic acid face wash again. So I went to the Chinatown place, and all that I bought was the retinol, the thingy-mabobby, and the thingy-mabobby. I bought those serums, but a serum is not a moisturizer, okay? I knew I needed basically a serum, a moisturizer, and an occlusive, something just to put on the surface for my skincare. So during the day, I was going to use vitamin C with hyaluronic acid, and at night I was going to use retinol with hyaluronic acid, and I needed a moisturizer on top of that, and then an occlusive if it was like necessary, especially during summer. And I also needed, like, what do you call this thing? Sunscreen. So I bought sunscreen. I bought from Shoprite. I bought the vitamin C, all those serums, and then when it came to moisturizers, then that was where the trial and error happened for a season. Like, that's where I just did not know whether I was coming or going. But what I did buy subsided my acne, but it did not do away with it entirely, especially around my period. And that's when I found this not face wash, but this moisturizer. I get it, that triple action retinol, hyaluronic acid, the triple whatever thingy. I found it there, right? And then this is this was my first ever daytime moisturizer. And for the night, what did I use at night for moisture? I had bought a moisturizer. I didn't have a moisturizer at night during that time. My mom, I had taken her to the same store because I told her about it, and then she came with me the next time. Watenga, a retinol moisturizer for the eve, not a retinol, but a night moisturizer that I was able to use, and I think I did like it. It was one of hers, like $450, right? I couldn't afford it again. So I believe I was using this twice a day, because this here it's a spot control. I bought it because it's called a spot control moisturizer, and you can only find this online. You're not going to find it at Dischem. It doesn't exist. They don't sell it. It's a Eucerin product, though. Not Eucerin, Celtone. Dischem does sell Celtone products. Mara Enayona in particular. Ukase totally go Dischem. And I can't tell you why. Mara, it does exist online. And online, listen, kirikile this thing for 50 rands. It's been 50 rand this whole time. It's never been any other price. I've only ever known it at $50 from 3 years ago. Mara online, Celtone Spot Control. Go and look for it, number 3. Go and look for Celtone Spot Control, number 3 on the internet, and see how much it retails for on the online market. A cool $350. 350 rands. And then the face wash is $450. As at the last time I checked. Doesn't mean I'm getting for 50 rands. When I tried to buy it online one time, when I saw how much it was retailing for not Take a Lot, but online, where it is that you can buy, I believe it was actually Take a Lot. I was like, I guess I'm gonna have to get in my car and drive all the way there. Mara, it lasted for my 4 or 5 months, and I have been out of this thing because I get into shelter and people have been wreaking havoc in my life, and I've been insisting on just buying skincare online, but I've never been able to find anything that compares to this moisturizer. So for the past like maybe 2 months, I have not been using it, and my face I'm not breaking out because I've got a way to just keep acne at bay, but it's grainier than usual, and I'm aware that it's because of the absence of this thing. Now, what did this product teach me? It taught me that there is a combination of actives that love my skin, and they have to be mixed in that way. They have to be that combination, because if it's not that combination, it's not going to work for me. I used to think that salicylic acid didn't do for anything for my face, because I would use salicylic acid face washes and they wouldn't bring acne down, but they wouldn't cause it either, right? Only when I started mixing salicylic acid with retinol did I see my face just do stuff. And I didn't go and grab a salicylic acid face wash or a serum by itself, or a salicylic or a salicylic acid moisturizer by itself, or a salicylic acid a retinol moisturizer by itself, and then mix them together. No, when they were formulated in one product, that's when I saw crazy miracles happening on my face. And only God can figure stuff like that out for you. Only God can figure stuff like that out for you. So this Celtone Spot Control Moisturizer, listen, it's been a game changer that I, however, have not been using for the past 2 months. But when I had just bought it, like, listen, I bought it for a daycare face wash. Not face wash, but moisturizer, and I was using my mom's moisturizer for the night time. When I had newly purchased it, I kept on getting dreams, and not dreams, but visions of it just glowing in the sun. Just this face wash, this here moisturizer, I would see it glowing in the sun. God was telling me, you're gonna want to underestimate how efficacious this thing is for your face. Do not ever drop it because it's retailing for $50. It's out here retailing for 350 rands out there in the wilderness, first and foremost. And secondly, if you drop it, your skin is gonna look like leather again. Because price ya thing e ko tlase kwale, ne? And the past 2 months ngayeka And my face is only reason why I appear to be coming back around again is because I've been makeshifting with other, like I bought a combinations, a vitamin C face wash that brought my face back from the precipice of death. Recently, I told you guys about that, Garnier, and it was a better even face wash than the other kojic acid one that I was using. If it wasn't for that face wash, thanks to not having this particular moisturizer, my face would have been dull and bland like brown, as opposed to brown. Yeah, okay, Mamela. That face wash, Garnier, vitamin C that I told you guys about the other day, even in matte, the one that is the mainstream one, yeah, mind you, go check out how much it is at Discam. I bought it at Spa for 91 rands. I don't know how much it retails for at Discam, but at the Chinatown, I went there today to go and look at how much it is, and it was 60 rands. 60. They sell it there for 60 bucks, so I know next time where to go and buy it. Or I could try and check on Take-A-Lot how much it's retailing for, because I've seen it be really cheap even on Take-A-Lot. Online markets help a lot because you get to vet, right? A check hedge type establishment thing. Mara, just essentially, I'm trying to help you understand that big business bosses in this country are juicing the poor, and the poor cannot do all this hedging like their fund managers or whatever. Like they can't be doing what I'm doing. They're the ones that need this hedging the most, and yet they can't do it. So baja, poverty-stricken people. I'm just somewhere in the middle of all that. I'm something weird. I'm a twilight zone of poverty and like opulence. That's only because I'm a messenger of God. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, gotta be in the middle of all worlds. Anyway, Eleona here, face wash ya Garnier. Inale vitamin C, lauric acid, which my face has loved since I experimented with coconut oil to try and deal with acne. Yeah, believe it or not, I used oil. It was too hectic. It was kind of comedogenic, but nonetheless, the coconut oil during the time when I was using it with something else out here did a wonderful thing because of lauric acid, and I found a face wash because of happenstance and providence at Spa during a time when I was robbed of money, but my mom sent me there to go and buy water during a water cut, and then I bought face wash early that had lauric acid in it, one of the actives that ought to be treating my skin like it's a beautiful baby, vitamin C, and of course salicylic acid. It has to be formulated. Salicylic acid for me has to be formulated in with other actives, otherwise it just sits blobbing on the surface of my face like oil on top of water. It just doesn't do anything when I use it by itself, or when I buy a product, salicylic acid, it has to be mixed in with other actives that my skin loves. And in that Garnier product, the salicylic acid is mixed with vitamin C, which my face loves, and also lauric acid, which my face loves. But lauric acid can't be out here having it with coconut oil, because then that's too comedogenic for my kind of skin tone. It would break me out. So to find it in a face wash, Garnier was just a miracle. Listen, Mudimo, why invest a Mudimo? Mona, he answers me. It's just that it looks as if I'm not answered prayer. Guys. So, product I mean, I don't want to be out there reading you ingredients or whatever. Mara, I underestimated it so much that I let it because I replenish it. Maragaja kusinga za khutlelat to them Chinatown joint. Ke happy because it's during the day. Like it puts labels on places where there are ingredients. But I just want to let you know what you find with like alternative skincare. We'll call it alternative skincare, like skincare that is not necessarily mainstream, but Celltone is kind of mainstream though. But this product is boss. This product, if anything, Celltone products, I don't even know why they don't do better. They've got really excellent products, but they're not as popular. I guess as like a little bit of a L'Oreal. I don't know why, or even a Garnier. Maybe it's because of marketing. I don't know. But their products, I find that they're really great. It's just that you can't use them all. You know what I mean? Anyway, whatever. Listen, I think I have scratched this thing away enough for me to see all the. No, I can't. But this here product, Inaliona, I'm just so irritated. I can't read through this thing. I need to be able to read through it. Can I read now? Can I? Anyway, listen, my skin is besotted with kojic acid as in number 1, vitamin C number 2, number 3 salicylic acid insofar as it is formulated, this is not for acne, insofar as it is formulated in together with retinol, weirdly, and vitamin C, weirdly in the same product, and maybe every so often kojic acid. My skin has no qualms with retinol. It's always liked it. It adores hyaluronic acid. I came to recently also learn that it is besotted with alpha-arbutin. No, not alpha-arbutin. Not arbutin. What is that? Oh no, it's not arbutin, Mamela. I'm not gonna go looking for it. They're drawing where it's at, because we're not doing it. I'm not going all the way far away over there. It's not arbutin. What is it? I wish I could tell you. I came to learn that my skin is happy with that. When it comes to kojic acid, I have not tried alpha-arbutin yet, so I can't tell you if my skin loves it or not, but it's just besotted with the kojic acid. It loves salicylic acid insofar as it's formulated the way that I've just explained to you guys right now, and vitamin C. And it appears to be especially besotted when vitamin C, even though it should not be used in combination from separate products with retinol, but if it's formulated with retinol in it, my skin is like, whoa, is this a party? I don't know what we're doing, but I'm feeling it. And the product is China. You find them formulated with vitamin C and retinol in the same product, whereas the ones that they sell in this country, you will only ever find vitamin C by itself, or you will only ever find retinol by itself. You will only ever find, you get my point. And I was able to find products that have all these things in them in one fell sweep. And what they did on my face was just excellent. However, there was a time when I did, for instance, use a salicylic acid face wash right next to a vitamin C serum, and it did not achieve the kind of results that I got when the salicylic acid was formulated with the vitamin C. And there are certain products that I have that are formulated with these things all together. And a lot of these products, I got them for the first time ever on Temu. But I never would have found myself with Temu buying skincare over there if I didn't first purchase non-South African skincare from Chinatown. Temu is what made me trust, not Temu, but the skincare that I bought down here in these streets is what made me trust to essentially go out on a limb and trust buying a really cheap product for like 50 bucks, 40 rands, 25 rands. A really cheap product for like that crazy amount of money for Temu. It's what made me experiment with it. And guys, when I experimented with Temu skincare, I was like, hey, lawantu la mzansi bahlala ngathi, yezwa. No bahlala kahona. I know bahlala guys, like, y'all don't know what you're doing. You have no clue what improvements can be made in your lives if you just humbled yourself to God. The skincare that I got from Temu was just such a massive game changer that Mamela, serum it's just so far. I don't want to go. It's almost finished, but I made a decision not to replenish it, not to buy it again, because I got that which I used it to replace it with, because the interchanges, I know what I can interchange certain serums with. So seeing as most of my purchases for skincare were from a walk-in store in the country, I made a decision to just keep it light. That way I only went and bought one like retinol, sort of like nighttime cream from Temu, because it was such a game changer that I needed it again. I was tempted to buy it again, but I didn't. However, listen, once you go skincare, international skincare, like what you find on Temu, you cannot buy stuff again at discount. I'm telling you now, you won't. You will think it's like, hey, man, Vaseline, dog. You will think it's Aqua's cream on your face. You will, listen, when you buy skincare from Temu, whatever it is that you were used to buying at discount, it's Aqua's cream. The way that it's going to be so ineffective, all it'll do is just moisturize your face. All it'll do is just make sure how dry out there in the wilderness. But actually do something, actually make you glow, actually make you pop, actually eradicate acne, actually get rid of dark circles, actually close pores, actually make your skin bright and dewy. Nah, like I said, Aqua's cream, you won't be dry, but you also won't glow, you also won't pop. When you have bought your skincare from China, you will never again buy from Discam. I'm telling you now. And that's why I'm saying, Lona, South Africa, your markets are dying. You are dying because you're arrogant, and God is not opening your eyes precisely because you're arrogant. It's like my earrings. After I have bought earrings from Temu, I will never again buy from Lovisa. Today I bought more earrings from Temu, just a pair, because I've got more than enough. I mean, listen, I've got more than enough, okay? But I bought a pair that long leaves Ezingaga. I just like them, and they retailed for 40 rand. 40 rand. They retailed for 40 bucks, and for me, it's like I can't walk into Lovisa and buy those long leaf, proper. Those earrings look like this leaf over here, ne? But it's much bigger, and it's gold, and it's long, so they're about that big. Yeah, I bought them because I was like, yo, they're cute, and I just got them. I got Lovisa, I will find something like that. Indeed, they exist. Mara, I'm gonna listen part ways with a cool 275 rands for that pair, whereas I got it for 40 bucks. So once you go Temu, you won't go back with certain things. So I'm telling you now, when it comes to skincare from Temu, once you experience the transformative power of Temu skincare. You will not ever buy a retinol serum ever again, or even a moisturizer at Dis-Chem. I'm telling you now. And when enough people find stuff like this out, the South African economy is going to bleed. And I guess that's the reason why people are keeping me in and not in a bunch, because I'm sharing such things as these. And the people who stand to benefit from predatory pricing in this country cannot afford this kind of information to go out, because then people will shop in international markets. Did not take a lot. Algier, sue Temu, if you will, at the Competition Commission until they made duties, prices, costs so cancerously lofty that don't nobody know whether they're coming or going. Well, look at the skincare that I purchased that is not found in mainstream South African chemists. Yet, however, it is exported into the country, imported into the country by those who are buying these things from foreign nations and sold in sort of kind of like the underground market. Go on my Chinatown. So, and this skincare slayed back before I found online products, because I was yet to have a stable bank account. Yeah. It's slayed still already. Dis-Chem products. So, I've been using international skin. Now, international sounds all lonely, like I'm in Milan or whatever. I've been using non-South African, however, very heavily underestimated skincare and hair care for years. And it's done this to my face, mamela. Do not be duped and deceived by the fake makeup that I put on my face. Like, do not allow yourself to be, like, taken over by fake makeup. All that makeup applications do is essentially give me a fake face beat, fake eyelashes. It just gives me fake eyelashes. It gives me it's every so often brightens my eyes. If at all I've been talking for too long and I get bloodshot, it might get rid of that. It also what do you call this, adds the blush the lipsticky. When it comes to skin texture, like the actual quality of my skin, mamela, the actual quality of my skin, that, my dears, is not something that you are going to achieve. It's not something that you're going to achieve prosperity in for a woman my age without really doing some serious homework. And the skincare that I found for China, like I said, guys, Lankaba Muhumi, a millionaire. Even if I were to become a millionaire, a billionaire, or whatever, I will never ever buy skincare from your local chemist. Retinol 550 rands ever again, when it is utterly substandard to my Chinese skincare. Even my mom, her most efficacious product, 65 rand. Or I introduced it from China, Chinatown, but I believe the product is Pakistani. The name of it is Omni Gold, and that was the game changer of that made me discover that, oh, the thing that my face really loves is kojic acid. That's what made me put two and two together. I want to get the things that I'm talking about, man. Basically, let me go. Okay, I'm back from back there. Let me read you the ingredients list on here to tell you that I need. Let me just bring them a bit closer. Okay, alrighty, I've brought them closer and I'll show them to you just now. Herein lies the cell tone spot control that I got for $50. I've scratched off the label so I can read you the ingredients. So it's got aqua, which is water, cetearial, whatever, alcohol. I don't get bummed when I see things like alcohol or whatever paraben or whatever sulfate, because I didn't have the luxury to be ultra concerned and pedantic about stuff like that. So I just ignored it. However, the ingredients, as they carry on along the way, you will realize just what excellent products they are, and never mind realize, you will experience it on your own face, okay? Glycerol stearate SE, I don't know what that is. Stearic acid, I don't know what that is, but this is where it starts to get like deep, okay? Sierra, alba, propylene glycol, glycerin. Okay, now at the very top already, there's niacinamide. This is the one that God showed me beaming in the sun, right? And I underestimated it. And here's the one in Efedile. I told you guys what Efedile, and then I just left it, and I didn't replenish it. Here's the finished product, as you can see. Over here, I've got so many stickers in my videos, oftentimes, that I don't even know where to put my stuff so that you can see what's going on. Here's the finished product, and there was a time when I was trying to squeeze out the last bits of it, because I realized that my skin was sort of kind of doing a strange thing, but nothing came out. Finally today I decided to go and get another one. This product, I can never ever do without it ever again. And you're gonna be out buying it for 450 rands on the South African online market. Mara go China, you will realize Grandshop for 450. How much Grandshop, even Celltone, the company, after manufacturing it, they actually sell it for. You will discover we're being robbed. Like, yeah, that's what's given. Anyway, okay, if it's a guy, niacinamide, salicylic acid, there it is again. Listen. Niacinamide, salicylic acid, cerosine. Oh, I think that's what that is, because it's scratched off. Calendula oil, argan oil, shea butter, hydrolyzed collagen, keratin, hydrolyzed elastin, hydrolyzed snail body extract, blueberry fruit extract, cocoa extract, wheat bran extract. So it's got vitamin C derivatives in it, whole chunk, vitamin tocopherol acetate, which I believe is vitamin E, retinol palminate, which is retinol. Therein lies the what do they call this? In one product, you've got a formulation of retinol and vitamin C and salicylic acid. This product has that. Retinol palminate, sodium ascorbyl phosphate. Sodium ascorbyl phosphate is a derivative of vitamin C. Over and above all the other fruit extracts that you just heard about above, lactic acid, which is yet another tyrosinase inhibitor and is revered in some circles for dealing with acne. Malic acid, and then polysorbate 20, benzyl alcohol. Going forward, we just had, and then tea tree oil, which a lot of people also swear by. Tea tree oil, when I was a teenager, I tried to use it to deal with some teenage acne, and it just broke me out even more. Yet, however, there was this one Indian girl in my school that just swore by it for dealing with acne. But I guess certain things, if you formulate them in a product, then only do they actually start to do what they're there to do. Okay, bisabi ball carbo, okay, whatever. All the rest of these ingredients here sound like, and then it's also fragrance free. Yeah, it smells like nothing. That's true. They sound like a truck is just ramming into my mouth, so we're not gonna say it. But they also sound like paraben. What they're like preservatives and whatnot. This is an excellent product. And when I saw the ingredients list, I was like, I'm taking it home, and I can understand why. Celltone, I can understand why. Not so much Celltone, but those who retail it, even on the online market, would thoroughly be trying to just sell it for 450 bucks. But I got it for 50 rands. You just saw the price tag. I just ripped it off in front of you. I just ripped it off. This here is a game changer, and a game moisturizer. This is I use it as an occlusive. So like after washing my face, I first put on a kojic acid serum, and then I put on, there was a time when I was using and I still do, like my mom, there's certain of her skincare that she shares with me, like this one hyaluronic acid eye thing, and then I put a kojic acid serum, or a vitamin C serum, and then Bekitasa Omni Gold, and then hyaluronic acid, and then this as an inclusive. So what? No, yeah, this as an inclusive mohudimu mara. I do my face massage, having put in, yes, that's my skincare actually. I get it during the day. I need, what do you call this thing? I need sunscreen. So I put on a kojic acid base of a, what do they call this thing? A toner. And then I do the whole eye thing. Yeah, my mom's eye thing, hyaluronic acid, if I have it. Sometimes I don't have it. Like when she was on holiday, she left with it. Okay. And then I put the toner, yeah, kojic acid, which is finished, but I just had to replenish it because my skin was starting to get dull. I brought it here. Did you see it? I brought these things. I brought it. So where is it? Oh, come on though. Look, I brought it. I did. I brought it. This. I found these things. Go Chinatown. And I go take a lot because there was a season when I was lazy to go out in the wilderness because I don't like going out in the wilderness, but I had first found it at China. I had first bought it for Chinatown. I loved what it did, and when I found it on Take-A-Lot, I bought it there because the price on Take-A-Lot was not bad. So I just ran with it. Mara, okase these sisters on Discam, and also it's Guanjing Beauty. Listen, I don't know if that's Chinese, Korean, it could only be one of the two, or Japanese. Angazi, Mara, it's a killer. And it's written 7 days quick whitening. My mom was like, I don't want to be white. No, but it's a tyrosinase inhibitor, and it's a kojic acid toner. This is what I put on first. Okay, this is what I put on first. And then that hyaluronic acid, it's like something that's got balls in the middle. It's an eye serum that with hyaluronic acid in it. You just roll around your eyes. It's like a free eye massage. I just like it. So I use it, but if it's not there, it's not there. And it's not a train smash if it's not there. I just like it, but really and truly, it doesn't gotta be there. I believe I threw away the thing yet thing. Did I? Yeah, no, I threw it away. I think I threw it away. Otherwise I was gonna show it to you. There was a time when my mom bought me gifts when I feel guilty for doing something. And then she bought me a whole bunch of expensive skincare. And the eye cream, I liked it because it was quite massaging, but I still use hers. I mind, right? So I can't find it, and I believe it's because I threw it. Lastly, the container, there was no need for me to keep it. But some of these containers I'll be actually keeping for what reason, I don't know. Maybe clearance is just boring. I guess, yeah, whatever. So this here, this, okay? I start with, okay, listen, my lips be aja dragging me through the mud because they be aja making dry like the Kalahari, and nobody's befilling that. Okay, let's try that again. Nothing else works better than this except for Clinique Lilac, but this is the much cheaper version. Lip therapy or Dischem. You can't always throw away Dischem. Izinye izinto njefela are from there and there only. Okay, cool. So this here is the toner that I put on after that thing that I roll under my eyes, if the thing that I roll under my eyes is there. And then because I massage my face, so as to iron it out, like I do face exercises as age prevention. I don't know, like listen, I'm 41, okay? I do face exercises. Okay, now I am looking for that thing that I put here because it's glorious. And we want it over there. Okay, yeah, type establishment thing. That's what's giving. What I do with my face massages. So I get this as my baseline toner. I would then grab a squirt of vitamin C serum with whatever might be my, what do they call this thing? In order to create slip, right? Whatever might be the sunscreen that I'm using, because that changes, and by the grace of God, there is no sunscreen that's ever given me acne. They all just do the same thing. And I tend to go for those very hectic ones with the SPF 50 that also give you a white cast and whatnot, because listen, I don't care if I have a white cast type thing. So I got the other day, because I didn't want to go to Chinatown, even though there was a sunscreen that I was used to using, and go Chinatown, it retailed for a decent amount, but the same sunscreen on Take A Lot was like 250 bucks. Marago China, I bought it for like 75 rand. I forgot what the name of it is. Some sunbeam sunscreen with a terrible white cast. But despite that very terrible white cast, and despite my moving wig like a moving average, despite that very terrible white cast, 250 bucks. Like, listen, nobody knows. I guess a white cast sunscreen works perfectly for people who wear makeup on top, but I don't wear makeup on top. But then again, I also don't go nowhere. So right now I've taken a shower, a bath. So with my nighttime skincare routine, you would never know that I wear white cast sunscreen. But if I record my video, I've only ever moisturized my skin with a morning skincare routine. You can pick up that I'm kind of ghostly looking, but then again, I do add application makeup. So if I had a proper life, I would not insist on using that white cast sunscreen. I would make sure that it's one that blends in, because I would not insist on wearing a face beat every day. That's just too taxing. Where is that that sunscreen? Oh, I don't know, you just put everything on bedroom. This is the sunscreen that I bought from listen, if a sunscreen doesn't break me out, I'm happy, but I prefer a sunscreen that has slip in it, because I do my face massages with sunscreen on my face. Like, yeah, I need the slip in order for me to be able to do my face massages. This one did not have slip, so I can't say that I vouched for it too much, but it didn't break me out, and that's all that matters. It's a collagen snail sunscreen, yeah, SPF 50, and I bought it from Take A Lot, and I would never buy it again. And it does have a white cast, but not nearly as bad of a white cast as the other ones. But I do insist on a slippery sunscreen. This don't got no slip, but y'all don't be needing no slip having sunscreen, because you don't do my face massages. Mara, I put this next, okay? During the week, I only do them during the week, otherwise it would be just too taxing, because it takes so much time. Like a whole 3 minutes. That's too long. 5 minutes, okay? For somebody with a life like mine, that's much too long. So I found another sunscreen, so thank God I didn't have to buy sunscreen from Chinatown, so I saved 75 rands. This here is Sunlab. I can't tell you how much it costs, because nobody's using it. I found it in the house and nobody, like, listen, it's never been opened. It's been there for like months. I noticed that it's been there for months. So I was like, when I run out of sunscreen, I'm going to use this one. So this is still like a full bottle, has never been opened, has never been used, and it's white. It's white like a Caucasian, even whiter. It's white like snow. Yeah, and it does have a white cast. It certainly has one. It most no, it looks like there's no white cast. For real, this ain't got no white cast. Oh, and it smells so fragrant. I don't have issues with fragrance. Ooh, and it also has a slip. It better not give me acne though. But why would it? Listen, sunscreen has never given me acne. Like, it's just, it loves me. I guess it's because God loves me, and He's my sunscreen too. Yeah, the Lord is my screen from the elements. Anyway, so this is the sunscreen. So basically my skincare involves that kojic acid as a baseline, the way that kojic acid is just so bomb, the way it's so boss, I came to find out that it's the main ingredient that deals with my acne too. It not only improves the texture of my skin, but it also deals with acne. It smooths out my skin. You know that dewy complexion, what they call, I can't really say glass skin, but maybe glass skin, but that dewy, like you look really like you've just like been jogging, and then the sweat on your body, the sweat on your face starts to matte, dry, and before you're completely dry, you just have like that sparkle, but you don't stink. Like, forget about the stink of sweat, but just the beautiful dew that you have when you've just been sweating it up a storm on the treadmill. You look like that, mara, not with drenched, just a surface dew. Dewy, come on. Sunscreen in. Anyway, whatever, yeah, that whole dewy look, the kojic acid does that for me. Listen, I am not even lying to you. Kojic acid achieves that dewy look on me, and it also just utterly shatters with shrapnel and everything going all over the show like a carpet bomb. Acne, it shatters it, you guys. It puts a landmine in the cap of acne's knees. At least my acne. Don't know about yours. We're all very different in these streets. Okay? Yeah. Not purchased, how I came across the fact that kojic acid is a game changer. One day when I was home, this shop where I buy this stuff for China, I was out here walking up and down the aisle, and the one lady there, because she had seen me going there a couple of times, this one chick and she was like, how about Lohozama? Because she was now confident enough to talk to me, right? Because all this other time, I guess Nangtaba, she was like, how about Lohozama? Omni Gold. Everybody by Rata, they swear by it. And I was like, why do you say that? God is amazing. God is amazing. She was like, why do you say that? She was like, hi, it engare everyone. Otlang mona. Why reka? So maybe you're not trying to wizame. O batla udila kang, ka di pimple. O batla udila kang, ka di dark spots. No, I sebets, but why rata? So when I looked at it, it was like the price tag. This here product, price tag, I think it was 65 rands. It's still 65 rands 2 years later. Don't nobody need to be increasing the price of this. So why are prices going up to a point of cinnamon now retailing for 75 rands for just 100 grams? Go discount. Where's that? Anyway, whatever, cheeky be like, and I'm like, okay, I tested. I trust her judgment. I trust what she says. I just decided that let me just happen. And it was not like she was even trying to sell me the most expensive product there. It wasn't the most expensive one. So I took it and I took it home to experiment. Yo guys, within 3 days, my acne was completely gone and my face was brightening. And in the beginning, I used to use it twice a day. I used to use it basically as moisturizer. For morning, I used to use it. This thing cannot be used as a moisturizer. It's too sort of kind of dry. It's not moisturizing enough unless you've got like super oily skin, which I do, but I still found that it was not sufficiently moisturizing. It functions more like a treatment, almost like benzoyl peroxide. It's got a creamy texture, but Benzac, it's got a creamy texture, but you can't use it as moisturizer. You still have to put moisturizer on top. And I find that Omni Gold it functions much like benzoyl peroxide. It's just too dry to function as a moisturizer, but it's got emollient. It's got emollient properties in it enough to function as a moisturizer for somebody who considers heavier moisturizers kind of annoying. Marana for me, it's just too it's not enough. Like I still feel kind of like tight. That's why I say that I use this as an inclusive, because this is not sufficiently moisturizing for me. So it functions more like a treatment, but there are people that thoroughly can use it and by itself as a moisturizer, because like I said, it has emollient properties. Whatever. So here lies this thing over here, and she recommends it to me, Omni Gold. It smells very fruity, extremely fragrant. It's beautiful. Like the stuff is awesome. Okay, like listen. And the lady that owns, the colored lady that owns that shop, Lena, I asked her, so what would you recommend? No, my mom. I went there with my mom one time. And the lady, when my mom asked her, so what would you recommend for skin, for aging skin? And the lady was like, me, I just use Omni Gold. And at that stage, I was already on Omni Gold for some months.